Welcome back to another edition of New Orleans Saints football. We are here in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana to see the New Orleans Saints face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Saints started the season 1-0 with a late win against the Arizona Cardinals. The Buccaneers, on the other hand, lost the game pretty handily in Week 1, and they are now 0-1 coming into this game. We're looking to make it go 0-2 as long as our offense keeps doing it at what they need to do, and our defense is playing average. I think we can win 9-10 games this year. Maybe we can go undefeated, but I really doubt that. But as of now, we still have a chance. Connor Barth is going to kick us off. He had 6 kickoffs in the opening week, and only 1 was a touchback. So here, he's going to get us underway here, and we are now underway in Week 2. Cooks will receive it from his own 4, and he'll bring it out up the right sideline, and he'll be tackled down at the 24-yard line. So you know what that means. The highly powered Saints offense, led by Drew Brees, will be coming out on the field, and they really have been. They were pretty good last week. He was 70% completion percentage, over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. And here, he just looked really good. At 2nd down and 10 now on the opening drive, he's going to drop back to pass, and he's going to get the ball swatted away. And he was hit pretty hard on that play, but here they'll keep possession now, 3rd down and 10. And they're going to dump down to Willie Snead to pick up the 1st down for 11. Not a bad play right there either. And they just need to pick up those 1st downs and get down to the red zone and score a touchdown. 1st down from the 35, handoff Ingram middle, and Ingram will get up to about the 43. Now 2nd down, handoff to Ingram. And Ingram's going to bounce it outside up to the 46 up to get a 1st down. So here, that was tackled by Gerald McCoy. Now here, 1st down and 10 from the 46. Brees drops back, and he's going to be hit as he throws once again. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not giving him any time, as you see, with him 1 for 3 so far with 11 yards. Here now, 3rd down and 10. He's going to drop back and pass. He had a man wide open. It was David Nelson, and he just overthrew him into the sideline. That is not a good throw by Drew Brees, and being the veteran that he is, he should be making those sorts of plays. So that means Jameis Winston will be coming out for the Florida State alum, and he will be leading this Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense onto the field today. So here, as long as he can do this, he should be able to have a pretty good game. But here, 1st down and 10, first play from scrimmage will be a 10-yard catch by Mike Evans down, and that'll be 2nd and inches they're going to mark him. So not a very good play there by the Saints defense. But on 2nd and inches here, they'll play action pass, and Jamarcus Sanford's going to sack him for a loss down to the 22-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Lovie Smith not very happy with that, but 3rd and 9 here, another play action pass. Winston dropping back to throw. Winston's got all day to throw until here Bobby Richardson closes in on him, and there's going to be an incomplete pass. 4th and 9, and the ball will be going back to the Saints. Here now, 3rd and 11 already, and they're going to find Willie Snead. There's a flag on the play, but it doesn't matter. He's going to the end zone. 5, touchdown, New Orleans Saints, and he's hyping the crowd up now as they just scored. But as the points don't go up on the board and the camera's on Andres Pete, you know what's happening. It's a holding call on Andres Pete again. That's his 4th on the year, and he just can't have these mistakes, especially when we score a touchdown. So that's going to make it 3rd and 21 on the play. Brees will drop back. He's got David Nelson to the left on the seam, and they're going to pick it up the 1st down to the 50. And that's a really good gain, and it's big when you need it. So you go from getting a touchdown, but to still keeping the drive alive and getting a 1st down. That's pretty huge right there. And here, 1st down and 10, though, Ingram's just going to get stuffed. They're going to lose a yard or 2 on the 1st down. And here's 3rd down and 11 now. Brees will drop back. He has Watson over the middle, and Watson will pick up the 1st down to the 40. Here, 1st down and 14 now after a block in the back. Brees dumping it down to Watson once again. And that'll pick up down to the 33-yard line and gain up 10. Here's 3rd and 4 now. Here, Brees drops back, has Spiller over the middle, and he'll hit Spiller. Spiller's still going, and he'll get down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 14. And Brees is starting to heat up after that slow start, but now on 2nd down and 10, they're going to pitch out to Ingram. Ingram's going to get a couple blocks, and he's going to get, there's going to be an attempted strip by Quan Alexander, but they won't get it, and it'll end up being 3rd and 5 now. Cooks in motion. Here, Brees drops back, has Cooks underneath, and he'll hit Cooks, jump cut, but it'll be tackled at the 9-yard line. first and goal New Orleans, as it's still first and goal here. Here, draw play to Spiller, and Spiller will get up to the 3-yard line. That'll be pretty good field position for the Saints, as here, Colston cutting inside. They have Colston, and that's a touchdown for New Orleans, as he gets a little punch in there to Carter. That might be reviewed by the NFL this week, but I mean, you can't punch players. This is just a beautiful play all in all. Great throw. Here, Conti just overran the route. You're going to see right there, boom, punches Carter as well. That might be reviewed. Maybe there'll be a suspension or a fine on the way for Colston. That's never good. But here, that'll make it 7-0 New Orleans now. Here, first down 10 for the Buccos. And they're going to hand it off to Sims, and he's going to go up and pick up 3. Now second down and 7. Here, Winston dropping back pass. He'll hit Humphreys over the middle, and that's just been their whole passing game so far. Just these little dink and dunk passes, even though there's only been 2 completions. But here, first down and 10 now from the 35 with a minute to go. Here, he's lobbing it up. Delvin Breaux on the coverage, but somehow Mike Evans comes down with that ball, and that's going to be a huge gain of 41 yards for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here, this is going to be the last play of the first quarter here. It's a handoff to Eugene Sims. And he's going to get down to the 7. Actually, sorry, it is Charles Sims, not Eugene Sims. Don't know where I got that from. But here on first down and goal, they're going to hand it off to Charles Sims. And he'll be stopped by Ken Vaccaro after a gain of 2. So, Saints defense holding up okay today. Second down and goal. Here, dump down the pass to Jackson. And Jackson, they're going to say was in. I don't know if I agree about that one. And I believe we'll have one replay here to show it. But they're going to say he was in, and I don't think we're going to end up challenging this. You don't ever want to really waste a challenge if they're going to say this. But here, Winston drops back to pass. He's going to dump it down to Jackson. And here, let's see. Jackson, ball, yep, the ball crosses. I thought the ball was in the right hand, not the left. So, yeah, that is definitely a touchdown for Tampa Bay. So that'll be a touchdown. That'll be 7-7 now. But on first down and 10, they're going to hit Colston once again, the go-to man. And he'll pick up a first down. The next play here, Ingram up the middle. Ingram's going to pick up 11 to the 50-yard line. He's got 7 rushes for 25 yards today so far, averaging 3.5 yards a carry. And then here, first down now, hand off to Austin Johnson. The fullback here, he's dynamic. He's quite dynamic for a fullback. As third down and 6, an important third down, and they can't quite pick it up with David Nelson. He was really close, but here Ty Forbath is going to have to attempt a field goal, and you see he's just going to drill this one right through the middle. And it'll be a 10-7 lead for the Saints right now. That's not too bad here. 9 minutes left in the first half as Winston and the Bucs take over again. And Winston's going to get hit as he throws. That's going to bounce off Evans' hands, and Breaux almost had a shot at picking that one, but it is going to be second down and 10. Winston was hit as he threw, and that ball just ricocheted off the left hand of Mike Evans there, as it'll be second down and 10 following the incompletion. They're going to hit Evans. They're going to go right back to him, and he's going to pick up to the 47-yard line. What a big play to come off that bad drop by Evans. But here, second down and 7 now. Here, dump off pass to Murphy, and Murphy will pick up the first down. Winston 7 of 9 for 99 yards and a touchdown. First down now, hand off to Sims, and he's going to be stuffed by the rookie Stephon Anthony. Back all the yard for second down and 11 now. So Anthony making his play heard around the world. Maybe he'll beat out Hawthorne for the starting linebacker job, middle linebacker job, or maybe he could take it from someone else like Kikaha or Ellerby, yeah, sorry. But here, first down and 10. Ellerby is going to trip him up. Shoelace tackle on Charles Sims here. Loss of 1, now 30 inches. Here, Winston driving back to pass. He'll have Murphy over the middle, and Murphy will pick up 2 along with the first down. So that's down to the 13-yard line now. Next play. Here, Winston drops back to pass. And he's going to throw it. It's going to be picked off by David Hawthorne. David Hawthorne's going to intercept this one, and this is just a bad throw by Jameis Winston. An errant throw turns into an interception the other way from New Orleans, and Tampa Bay was marching down the field. So that is a very big interception. Just getting this replay, oh, that's just way out in front of Vincent Jackson on the little stop route. It's the Z-spot play. And here it's just thrown way out in front of him, and that's going to be intercepted by David Hawthorne, and we're going the other way now, 3rd and 5. Just under 3 minutes left, and they're going to hit Colston for the first down up to the 28-yard line. And that's not a bad play either. Just keep moving the chains now. Second down and 14. Breeze will drop back. He's got Snead over to the left, and Snead will catch that and get up to the 37. It's going to end up being 3rd and 2 now. As here, the next play, first down. He's got Benjamin Watson, and Watson just completely drops that one. That is a horrible play by Benjamin Watson.
cannot believe he dropped that one. Now, you don't get much more wide open than that, but David Hawthorne almost get a shot at another pick there as he swats that ball down. And it'll be second down and 10 now, just under 15 minutes to go, or 15 seconds to go. And here they're going to drop it out to Evans, and Evans is going to get hit out of bounds. So it'll end up being 3rd and 2 here for the Buccos. 30-some seconds left now, 37 after a false start. Here they're going to drop back the pass. Cameron Jordan pressuring us, and he's going to take him down. Cameron Jordan with the sack. New Orleans will call a timeout, but that really does not matter as they're just going to run this clock out to halftime anyways. As you see, halftime score is New Orleans 10, Tampa Bay 7, and really New Orleans has controlled the tempo of this game, beating them in every category except average yards per play, because we've had those 15-play drives where we scored really, and that's just been the key of the game. And then Tampa Bay had a shot to take the lead or tie the lead, and they threw a pick, and that's been here a huge momentum changer. But on second down and 6 here, Tampa Bay already driving. They're going to hit Safarian Jenkins, and that'll be a 3rd and 2 now for the Buccos, and Winston will hand off to Charles Sims. He's going to break a tackle. Vaccaro's drag him down, and Cameron Jordan will finish him off. Where will they mark him? They're going to mark him short. They mark him short, and that ball is going back to New Orleans, where they've just, they've had the better offense today all day long. And they're going to pick up 5 along with the first down with Mark Ingram. Ingram's just been really consistent today. They've just been able to trust him all day long. Today, here, pitch outside to Ingram, and Ingram's going to pick up 10 to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 1, though. And then here, who else but Austin Johnson to pick it up? Just the most reliable runner on this team, it seems. He picks up 5 to 6 each time because they're not expecting that. Here, Drew Brees, screen to the right. Snead's got some room, and Snead is going to cut inside and get down to the 33-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 34. It'll be 3rd and 7 now, though, as Brees is going to dump this off to Cooks, and Cooks is going to pick up a first down down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 9. Now first down. Here, Drew Brees dumps it down to Ingram, and Ingram's going to pick up the first, it looks like, down to the 11. That's going to definitely pick up the first. And now the pitch to Ingram, and Ingram's not going to get a block by Jari Evans there. That's really been the main reason. He's a horrible run blocker these last couple games, and here, maybe he'll get replaced after this year. But here, 3rd down and 1, handoff Ingram. He's going to pick up the first. So first down and goal here for the Saints. And here they're going to drop back. Brees is going to throw it up to the back of the end zone. And Watson's going to come down with it over Alteron Werner there in the back of the end zone. Just does he get the 2 feet down, though? That's going to be key here. Is he going to get the 2 feet down? Here he beat Werner. He's got 5 inches on him. Yeah, he definitely got the 2 feet down. He snagged it just over top of him and definitely got the 2 feet down there with 2 minutes over now. Just over 2 minutes left in the third now, as here the Bucs have the ball back, and they're going to start moving the ball back down the field. Just keep giving it to Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans. Those are your 2 giant receivers there on that team. But here, Safarian Jenkins and Louis Murphy have had a really good quiet game for the Bucs as well. But here, this defense of the New Orleans Saints have been playing pretty well so far. I'm very impressed, as here they're going to have Louis Murphy over the middle, down by Stephon Anthony and Kenny Vaccaro, but that's going to be up to the 20-yard line for a first down. Can the Bucs put together a little comeback here in the 4th quarter? That's going to be really huge. That could be huge, as they're going to hit Mike Evans up to the 8-yard line for a first down. That'll be first down and goal for the Buccaneers. Now second down and goal from the 2. Winston drops back the pass. He's going to lob it up to the end zone. Louis Murphy, touchdown, Bucs. But did he get 2 feet in this time? This is going to be a close one. This is actually going to be reviewed. But as you're going to see the replay here in a second, he does indeed get 2 feet down. Here, throw into the end zone. And then you're just going to see 1-2 right there. So, first down, Saints now at the 39. Ingram going to get across the 50 to the 48-yard line now. It's 19 runs for 72 yards, averaging 3.7 a carry. And he'll drop back past Brees. Watson, another clear drop, and this is just going to get, he's 34. We don't need this around the team. If he's not going to do this, he's just going to be gone after this year. He's not going to be brought back. Partially because of age and partially because of a performance. But here the pass down to Brandon Cooks is going to be marked short, 4th and 1, but out of field goal range and not a good punting spot. They're going to give it to Brees, and he'll sneak forward for the first. Here now screen. Nowhere to go for Mark Ingram. He's just going to end up on top of Lolito there at the 34, picking up 3. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Saints now. And here, they're coming out. Nobody back in the backfield. Brees is going to dump it down over the corner. And Nero Spiller's going to pick that up for 17 and down to the 17-yard line. That was placed perfectly over Levante David. the linebacker, sorry, not corner. But here, first down and 10, they're handing off to Ingram, and Ingram's going to plow through a couple guys and get down to the 7, pick up another first down. It'll be first and goal now with just over 7 minutes to go. Now 6:50 to go here. Pump draw to Ingram, and they're going to say he was never down, that he rolled over Levante David into the end zone, and we'll take it. Touchdown, New Orleans Saints, and here, with the extra point upcoming, it'll be a 10-point game, and that is huge. 2 possessions, but here they're not counting the Bucs out yet. 6 minutes left. They have drive. They have time to drive. So here, dropping back to pass. Here, going Evans, and that's gonna be swatted up again. A very similar play to what happened the last time, but he was actually punched out by Kenny Vaccaro. Delvin Breaux was in the area, but he could not get a hand on it. So now 3rd down and 10. Winston, play action. He's gonna drop back. He's got a man, and he's gonna be held up by Delvin Breaux. And that's going to be a first down for the Buccaneers all the way down to the 20-yard line. You can't have those problems. That's just flipping their position right there. It's from the 24 to the 35 on our side. That's almost like, that's a huge just, no. That is horrible. A 40-yard switch of events there. And you just can't have these kind of penalties if you want to be successful here in the NFL. And Delvin Breaux, learning, he came over from the Canadian Football League, but here he's learning slowly. But Chris Humphries burns Delvin Breaux this time, and he's going to get down to the 17-yard line. They pick up 18 on the play right after the penalty, and they're moving the ball here now. Just under 6 minutes to go. Winston's going to dump it off, and Ellerby had a chance to potentially just give this ball back to Ingram, let him run this clock out. He's been very good the second half especially. But here, next play, Safarian Jenkins, touchdown. And you just can't have these kind of plays here if you're the Saints defense. You know they're already really bad. And there's going to be 4 minutes for the Saints to try to wind this clock out, as the Buccaneers are now within a field goal. They would have Saints would have much rather a field goal than a touchdown, because that's a lot harder to defend. But now 3rd and 4, just under 2 minutes. And Breeze is going to get hit as he throws again. He has not been sacked once, but he has been hit like that probably 5-10 times this game. That's been all of his incompletions, really, except for the 2 drops and a couple bad throws. But here, 2nd down and 10 with just over a minute to go. Tampa Bay is going to hit Charles Sims up to the New Orleans 44-yard line as the clock is ticking. So here, Jameis getting down to the field now. And here, they're going to get a quick play off. Winston dumps it off to Sims, and he's just going nowhere on the play. Here, 46, and here you're going to see they need 13 yards for it to be in Connor Barth's field goal range. So here, 3rd and 5. This is crucial. 3rd and 5. And it's going to be incomplete. But there's going to be a flag, and it's looking like it's going to be on Keenan Lewis. He looked like he had really good coverage on the play. And I don't think he was going to catch it without that hold. I think he was going to drop it anyways. But Keenan Lewis felt the need to grab the receiver. And that's a first down for the Saints. They're in field goal range for sure. Bobby Rainey's spinning to the outside now, and Vaccaro's going to drop him for a loss of 3. They're getting close to the edge of field goal range. But you're 3rd and 13, 15 seconds left, and they're going to hand it off to Rainey. And they just want to give Barth a quicker field goal. New Orleans calls a timeout to try to give a Hail Mary in or something, as Barth is going to nail that through. It is tied. It looks like all but a amazing Hail Mary that's going to keep it from overtime, and that's a long throw. Nobody can throw it 71 yards in the air to get it into the end zone. As you see, just David Nelson can't come down with it. It wasn't matter, because it would have been down at the 25 anyways. So I mean, that doesn't matter. But we're going to overtime here in the Superdome, and New Orleans looking to get their 2nd win of the year. Tampa is looking to get their 1st. And here you just see that 4th quarter we gave up 17. We were outscored 10 points in the 4th quarter, and that's really what killed us there. So here for the coin toss, you're going to see who here. The coin toss can sometimes decide a game, and Tampa Bay is going to get to pick the side of the coin, and they're going to call heads here, and they win the toss. So they're going to receive, of course. Why wouldn't you? You're not going to pull a Bill Belichick. And we're going to just defend the left side of the stadium, and we're going to see if we can win this game. We just need a quick, 3 and out or something, and we can get this game back in hands. All we have to do is stop them, not let them score, and we can go down and kick a field goal with the not really reliable Ty Forbass. But now 2nd down and 5, we're going to hand it off to Charles Sims. He's going nowhere. This is a big 3rd down now from the 25-yard line. They need 5. Here, Winston, play clock ticking down, he's gonna snap it. He's dropping back a pass. He's got Vincent Jackson, but that ball's gonna bring him back past behind the first down marker, and it's gonna be marked short. Keenan Lewis is gonna be the one that brings them down. And this defense is making plays when it needs to. And really, they're looking like they're one of the most underrated defenses in the NFL, even though they are still getting burnt deep. So the punt will go away to Brandon Cooks. Can he return this for a touchdown? No, he's going to drop it. Kenny Vaccaro will pick it up. And he's just going to run out past the 20 and just fall on it. Here's it's going to be at the 21-yard line for the Saints, and that was not a good play by Brandon Cooks. That made probably every Saints fan on watching this on TV and watching it in the stadium heart drop. Somebody probably had a heart attack about that, but that's not good. But here, Watson finally catches the ball again. Here he was on a cold streak there in the second and third quarters, but he'll pick up the first down to the 32-yard line. Here, next play, Drew Brees, play action, no, handoff to Ingram. Ingram's going to pick up 13 down to the 44, maybe 12, it was somewhere around there, but he has now eclipsed 100 rushing yards on the day at 109. First down from the 44. Breeze rolling out to his right, feeling pressure. He's got Cooks, and Cooks is going to get shoved out of bounds by Jenkins at the 35-yard line, and they about need like 5 to 10 yards for a field goal where Kai Forbath could just drill it. But now 3rd and 2, big third down. They'll give it to Ingram. He's going to keep the drive alive. You can't imagine seeing a lot of passes from here on out because you don't want to put the ball in the air. You got to trust your runners, as they have now 400 total yards on the day. But here, they're going to pitch it to Ingram, and Ingram is going to be inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. And it is going to be 1st and goal in New Orleans, as things are getting a little chippy down there between him and Quan Alexander. That's here, 1st down and goal. Here, Johnson, the backfielder, hands it to Johnson. He's going to push through a couple of Buccaneers, and touchdown, New Orleans. New Orleans wins on a walk-off fullback dive, and that's going to bring us to 2-0 on the season. The Buccaneers fall to 0-2. And here, after this, you're going to see all the stats. We outgained them in running by about 150. They outgained us by about 50 in passing, and you'll see that in the stats. That one turnover still was the swing of the game when Hawthorne had the pick. But here, guys, I'm going to be leaving you now. My name's North Star, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Enjoy the stats, and I'll see you tomorrow.